Now, the gimbal video shows a different kind of thing.
Yes.
How many different kinds of things are you aware of?
Well, those are ours. Two, if you look at the
gimbal.
Go Fast, it kind of looks like a Tic Tac. So you could say those two are the same. You know, I think there's other stuff out there. You know, and sometimes it's not that you got to look at where do you obtain the video. It's just like intelligence, you know. And I'll use, because I know you got that picture of Pablo out there, you know. And there was the guy, Tom Cruise made the movie about him. What's his name? Louisiana dude who was flying the drugs for Pablo in and out.
Barry Seal.
Barry Seal. You know, hey, it was all great until Reagan posted that picture that they had the cameras inside the cargo plane, and then Pablo puts it together. The only place that picture came from is Barry Seal's airplane, you know, and then now Barry Seal's a dead man. So you got to watch when you release, because you go, hey, we got this video, but it was taken someplace we probably weren't supposed to be. Or how did they get that video?
Right.
Like, I'll look, the video of the Tic Tac video, that thing first came out. It's kind of funny. The guy that was in my back seat had sent me an email, and this is about probably 2008, so I was retired. And he sent me this video. I say, Skippers, does this look familiar? And it was on strangeland.com, when not suitable for work. I'll just say that. But I look, and then next thing you know, it's on YouTube. So when I would tell this story to my friends, I'd send them the link to the YouTube video. And this is years before the New York Times article. And then when they did the unofficial official report, the video was taken down off of YouTube. And, you know, it kind of puzzled me, like, why'd you take the video down? And I told the guys when they did the unofficial official report, I said, what you really need to look at is how did this thing come off of a classified drive system on an aircraft carrier and end up on strangeland.com and YouTube? Because at the time, the videos were classified secret. And that's not because it was a UFO. It's the AT FLIR video. They did not want that released. So you'd see it on CNN. They blocked out all the performance stuff of what the airplane was actually doing. In this case, you know, the one you see, it's 250 knots with the autopilot on, so it's not that big of a deal. But, you know.
Jeremy, how many different types of vehicles are you aware of that have been reported?
Credible reports for decades, hundreds of different shapes. Even Lazar himself said he saw, 9 different styles, all working off the same propulsion system. The Tic Tac shaped, vehicle, that goes back in history. Some people say cigar shaped, big ships, small ships. They're all different kinds. I think it's important to state, though, there are other government-funded UFO programs. It's a misnomer, actually, that ATIP was the recipient of the $22 million. It was actually Harry Reid created a program called OSAP. OSAP was the sole beneficiary of that $22 million. New York Times got it wrong. And then what happened is ATIP was a different funded program to study military encounters with UFOs. OSAP was created because of Skinwalker Ranch, a government program to study UFOs and associated phenomenon. ATIP and OSAP communicated and shared information, but they were independently funded. So the $22 million was for OSAP, and then ATIP had its own sources, and then they did collaborate 2 UFO programs. There are more that I think we're going to learn about.
So the different shapes that Bob Lazar saw, there was 9 different shapes that he saw inside the hangars.
9. Only one up close, yeah.
And none of them were like the Tic Tac.
Not specifically. However, that's not an uncommon. If you go back in history of like military sightings of craft going maybe over 20,000 miles an hour, the Tic Tac is a shape. They have triangles. They have ones that look like rectangles. The thing that is common with all of them is the non-reactionary propulsion system. I think even Commander Fravor said the thing noticed him, was words he first said to me, and kind of went towards him with its nose. But it could move in any direction, right? I mean, it could just move at will, however it wanted.
Yeah, it was, when we first saw it, it was just basically, it never turned. It was just going left, right, kind of doing this.
Shape
like
probably doesn't matter.
And then it became aware because it turned and it actually mirrored what I was doing. When I was coming down, it came up and, so it was obviously knew we were there. And I don't know if it was picking up, energy coming off the airplane or what. I do know that when they tried to lock it, it actively, it jammed a radar, made it pretty much useless. And, Chad was pretty good about kicking it over and grabbing that video. So it's pretty wild.
It's a big deal to actively jam a radar of ours,
Yeah. It's, whenever someone tells you an awesome story, it's great to hear. But, God, I wish I saw it myself.
Yeah,
it's like this thing. It's like,
yeah.
You're telling me, and I'm like, wow, I'm listening. I'm trying to imagine. I'm putting it in my head. I'm visualizing it. But, damn, I wish I could see it.
Yeah, I said this to a guy where he's pretty prominent. I won't say who it was or what his position was. He's pretty prominent in the UFO community. I'm not really a UFO guy. And he starts quoting, like Jeremy can quote events. Oh, this was this event, that event, that event. And he keeps looking at me. He goes, well, do you know about this event? I go, nope. And he goes, what about this event? I go, nope. He gives like 3 of them, and I look at him, and he goes, well, you're not a UFO guy. I go, no. But I chased one. Have you? And he goes, no. I go, I'm an expert.
You're an actual.
He kind of got deflated a little bit because he looked at me like, you suck.
Well, it's like people that are into baseball stats, but they've never played.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you got to get your hands dirty, get out in the field.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Joe. Like, I wish I had seen it. I've been so curious about the propulsion system since Lazar, and I wish I could see something too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I would give so much. I'd almost think about running for president just to win, just so I could get in and find out about UFOs.
Everybody's tried.
And then go, I quit, bitch.
Everybody tried, though, man. Clinton tried. He tried
Did
to get...
he?
Oh, big time. That was his... He came in, he said, first thing, Webster Hubble, he said, I want to know 2 things. Who killed JFK? And I want to know all about UFOs. And he was denied access. And he later said, it's not the first time I've been lied to or denied information after asking for it. Bill Clinton said that. Additionally, Jimmy Carter, he said before he was president, I'm going to find out.
Well, Jimmy Carter supposedly saw a UFO.
He did. He said, I'm going to find out. I'm going to tell you. Never talked about it again afterwards, after he became president. Wonder what his briefing looked like. You know, and then, so many presidents have tried because they're like us, man. They're curious. However, this information, from my understanding, which is an informed understanding, is so compartmentalized.
Yeah. That makes sense.